Hi guys, welcome back. Myself Akshayan. I'm currently pursuing my BE in SVC Bangalore. My topic is conceptual data modeling using entities and relationships in database management system. Introduction to conceptual data modeling. Conceptual data modeling is a technique used in database management systems to represent the overall structure and relationships of a data. It focuses on capturing the business requirements and understanding the entities and relationships involved. The goal of conceptual data modeling is to create a high-level view of the data independent of any specific technology or implementation. Entities. Entities represent the real-world objects or concepts that we want to model in a database. They are typically nouns and can be tangible or intangible. Entities have attributes that describe their characteristics or properties. Relationships. Relationships define the association between entities in a database. They represent how data entities are connected or related to each other. Relationships can be one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-many. Entity relationship diagram. An entity relationship diagram is a visual representation of the entities, attributes, and relationships in a database. It helps to communicate the structure of database to stakeholders. Entity relationship diagrams use symbols like rectangles for entities, diamonds for relationships, and lines to connect them. Cardinality. Cardinality defines the number of occurrences of one entity that are associated with another entity in a relationship. It specifies the minimum and maximum number of relationships that an entity can have. Cardinality can be one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-many. Attributes. Attributes are the characteristics or property of an entity. They provide additional information about the entity. Attributes can be simple or composite or single valued or multi-valued and stored or derived. Primary key. A primary key is a unique identifier for each instance of an entity. It ensures that each entity instance can be uniquely identified and distinguished from others. Primary key can be composed of one or more attributes. Primary key versus unique key. Primary key helps uniquely identify each row or record in a table. Unique key avoids two records having identical values in a column. Primary key does not allow null value, whereas unique key allows only one null value. Foreign key. A foreign key is a reference to the primary key of another entity. It establishes a relationship between two entities. Foreign keys are used to maintain data integrity and enforce referential integrity constraints. Normalization. Normalization is a process used to eliminate data redundancy and improve database efficiency. It involves organizing data into multiple tables based on their functional dependencies. Normal forms such as first normal form 1NF, second normal form 2NF, and third normal form 3NF are used to guide the normalization process. Data integrity. Data integrity refers to the accuracy, consistency, and reliability of the data. It ensures that the data meets certain quality standards and business rules. Data integrity can be maintained through the use of constraints such as primary key constraints and foreign key constraints. Conceptual versus logical versus physical data models. Conceptual data models focus on the overall structure and relationships of data without considering the implementation details. Logical data models translate the conceptual model into a more detailed representation considering the data types, constraints, and relationships. Physical data models represent the actual implementation of database, including storage structures, indexes, and access paths. Case study of an online retail store. In this case study, we'll apply the concepts of conceptual data modeling to an online retail store. Entities may include customers, products, orders, and payments. Relationships may include customers placing orders, products being ordered, and payments associated with the orders. Entity relationship diagram for online retail store. We will now create an ERD for our online retail store. Entities may be represented as rectangles, relationships as diamonds, and attributes as ovals. Lines will connect entities and relationships to represent associations. Cardinality in the online retail store ERD. We will define the cardinality between entities in our online retail store ERD. For example, a customer can place multiple orders, but an order can only be placed by one customer. We will indicate these cardinalities using crow's foot notation. Attributes in the online retail store ERD. We will define the attributes for each entity in our online retail store ERD. For example, the customer entity may have attributes like customer ID, name, email, and address. We will specify the data types and constants for each attribute. Primary and foreign keys in the online retail store ERD. We will identify the primary keys for each entity in our online retail store ERD. For example, the customer ID attribute can serve as primary key for the customer entity. We will also establish foreign keys to represent relationships between entities. Normalization in the online retail store ERD. We will analyze our online retail store ERD for potential data redundancy. We will apply normalization techniques to eliminate data redundancy and improve efficiency. This may involve splitting entities into multiple tables and establishing relationships through primary keys and foreign keys. Conclusion. Conceptual data modeling uses entities and relationships, which is essential for designing a well-structured database. It helps to capture business requirements, defines entities and relationships, and ensures data integrity. By creating an ERD, identifying cardinalities, and establishing primary and foreign keys, we can create an efficient and reliable database. This was all about conceptual data modeling using entities and relationships. Thank you.